Welcome to Life Success and the Conscious Wellness series. Conscious wellness is all about being mindful by paying attention to what causes your high stress, insomnia, and other lifestyle wellness issues. Mindful of how your fight-flight mechanism gets activated and how it causes low performance, health issues, and even burnout. Mindful by circumventing your fight-flight response, which triggers overanalysis, trying too hard, fear, worry, anxiety, and anger, with a more conscious and balanced flow response, the champion's challenge response, the creative problem solving and principle negotiation response, and the win-learn response. In doing so, you will experience a shift from living unconsciously to living well, to living a life that is more conscious, balanced, powerful, stressless, and successful. Stress and the age of chaos. The one thing you can count on in this age of chaos is stress, and what you know about it and how you handle it will determine the quality of your life. In the days of the saber-toothed tiger, stress was caused by a perceived threat to your life. Today, in a civilized society, stress is more often caused by the perceived threat to your life success. That is, your money, career, relationships, and wellness. More so, in the fast-paced 21st century, stress is caused by the imbalances and instability created by high-pressure deadlines and time famine, triggered by living in an age of uncertainty and nerve-shattering change. Stress and performance issues. Simply stated, stress causes serious performance issues as it imbalances and diminishes our mental abilities by impairing our focus, clarity of thinking, learning, and memory, which affects our accuracy and our decision making. And stress affects our physical abilities by draining us of our energy level, which impacts our endurance and our personal power. Consequently, the effects of stress on our performance in sports, business, and life dramatically impacts our life success. Stress and health issues. Here is how stress works. The brain sees an imminent threat or danger and sends a 911 red alert to the amygdala and hypothalamus, which arouses the sympathetic nervous system and the pituitary and adrenal glands, which then produces adrenaline and cortisol, which are the stress hormones. This then increases your heart rate and elevates your blood pressure level. Also, the digestive system reduces blood flow and decreases enzymes, and our immune system goes into a state of contraction. That said, these circuits kick in automatically when we are confronted by perceived threats to trigger our fight-flight mechanism, which, as aforementioned, stems from the days of saber-toothed tigers. The purpose of the fight-flight mechanism is to protect us from crisis and danger, and perceived life or death situations, and it is designed to prepare us for the fight of our life. And unfortunately, when we are driven by stress, things have a tendency to amplify and cascade fast, whereas fear leading to anxiety and even panic often enters the picture based on a perceived threat. It is here that we begin to futurize and disasterize what-if outcomes, rather than seeing what is right in front of us, which may not be a threat at all. This fear then leads to the fight-flight response. Some, in an attempt to avoid stressful and fearful situations, give up their personal power to become victims, often associated with self-pity and disappointment, which can itself be a cause of unhappiness and illness. While others in a fit of anger, triggered by a perceived threat, engage in a battle with their loved ones, associates, and competition, which often then leads to the blame game of should and shouldn't in an attempt to be right, as the stress response of anger grips and imbalances us for 6 hours or more, it comes at a high cost, and the question is it worth it? More so, when we are driven by stress, we have a tendency to turn to bad habits such as smoking, overeating, and overdrinking, and or return to antidepressants, which can imbalance us more and just makes matters worse. Believe it or not, it is estimated that 80% of all doctor visits are stress-related. The early impacts of stress on your wellness include, but are not limited to, tense muscles, headache, indigestion, heart palpitations, chest pain, fatigue, insomnia, impaired thinking, and irritability. Worse yet, when stress becomes chronic, it raises your pulse rate, your blood pressure, and your blood sugar, which can lead to serious illness such as hypertension, strokes, heart attack, and diabetes. Stress is the #1 predictor of a future cardiac event, not to mention that it can cause digestive issues such as irritable bowel, colitis, and ulcers. More so, as stress compromises your immune system, you are more prone to colds, infections, slow healing, chronic fatigue syndrome, and disease, which can dramatically affect your longevity. Balance and the signposts of good health and dis-ease. Simply stated, good health and living well boils down to balance, which enhances your life energy. It is generally agreed to that your body is in good health when your heart is beating in rhythm and your nervous system, your skeletal muscle system, and your immune system are in alignment and balance and working as one. It is here that you operate from a high energy level, and disease is seen when you have an irregular heart rate, which causes body and mind imbalance, and your nervous system, skeletal muscular system, and your immune system are out of whack. It is here that you will notice that you are running out of gas. That said, the secret to achieving and maintaining your wellness is to balance your heart rhythm, so as to bring your body and mind into equilibrium, to balance your muscular skeletal system, your nervous system, and your immune system to work as one. It is here that you can enhance and regenerate your energy level and vitality. And similarly, the secret to achieving and maintaining your wellness and your well-being is to balance your body, mind, emotions, and spirit. Integrated medicine, the best of the East and West. Today we are witnessing the integration of Western medicine with Eastern thinking, and where we are discovering that the body affects the mind and the mind in turn affects the body. As aforementioned, we now know from Western science that adrenaline and cortisol are the stress hormones. We know much more about how stress imbalances our heart, nervous system, and our immune system. And we know more about how living a healthy lifestyle, exercise, and diet can balance and improve our health. And the power of Eastern thinking is undeniable today, as yoga and Zen masters have demonstrated that through the power of their mind that they can significantly lower their pulse rate, blood pressure, and alter the biochemistry of their body and mind by entering the zone. In fact, there are some thought leaders who feel that by changing the way we think, we can literally change our DNA. More so, we are now discovering that coming from the heart plays a major role in enhancing our wellness. Clearly, this all has serious ramifications when it comes to conquering stress and its consequences. That having been said, the secrets to conquering stress and living well and to a ripe old age is to use the best modalities offered by both East and the West to balance our body, mind, and heart imbalances.